welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great. So this is the sixth video in the array series and I hope you guys are following array series. If you're new to this channel, you can check out array series. I'll give the link in the description. So let's see what problem is. Problem is max consecutive ones. It's very easy problem and I'm definitely sure that you guys will be able to get the approach. Okay. So what we have to do in this problem, let's understand that first. We are given a binary array. So what do you mean by binary array? Binary array means that there will be 0 and 1 only in the array. So if you see here, either it is 1 or it is 0 in the array. We have to return the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array. Okay. So here if you see, there are consecutive ones. Consecutive means they are together. So here there are 3 ones which are together, which is the maximum number. So we will return 3. Here if you see in this array, there are 2 ones which are together. So we will give output as 2. Okay. So I hope you understood the problem. Very basic problem. And let's understand how we can approach. Okay. First we will see what inputs we can get from the problem. And then we will proceed further that how we can get to the approach. So from the problem, right? From the problem itself, let's see what we can deduce. So first thing which we can get from the problem is that we have to find out the maximum consecutive ones. Now, if I say that these ones are together, it means that here sum is what? If I add these 3, what is the sum? Sum is 3, right? Here sum is 2. Okay. This is one. Max consecutive ones we have to get. Okay. Then let's see if anything else you can get from the problem. It's binary array. So if you see, it's binary array, right? So binary array means that either there will be binary array. So either there will be 0 or there will be 1. Okay. Alright. So I think these are the 2 pointers which we get from the problem, which we can use to get to the approach. Okay. We can get to the approach. Okay. Now let's quickly see how we can approach it. Okay. So see guys, what I said earlier was that here if you see sum is 2, here if you see sum is 3. So whatever maximum sum I get, right? Whatever maximum sum, it is equal to number of consecutive ones. Do you agree on that? Because there is only 1 and 0 in the array. So if like there are these many ones together, whatever sum will come, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 are the consecutive ones together. Do you agree on that? I mean, this, you should agree on this point. That whatever the maximum sum I get will be equal to the number of consecutive ones. Okay. If you are able to understand this thing, right, then you can proceed further to the problem. Else you just skip back to the approach part and again just listen what I am trying to say here. Okay. So if you are clear with this point, let's proceed to the dry run. So basically here in this problem, our motive is to find the maximum sum, because that will be our output, which is number of maximum number of consecutive ones. Okay. So let's do that. What I will do is I will take a variable which will store the sum, initialize it to 0, and I will take a variable answer which will store the maximum sum. So this will be storing the maximum sum, because that maximum sum will be the maximum number of consecutive ones. Initially it will be 0. Okay. Let's do the iteration. You will understand, don't worry. So you start from here. You just do the indexing. Okay. So we start from here, we get 1. So if you get 1, just add it into the sum. Okay, move forward. And if you see, now answer should be the maximum sum, right? What will answer be? Answer will be maximum of the answer value and whatever is in the sum. So here answer is 0 and sum is what? 1. So maximum between 0 and 1 is 1. So answer will become 1. Okay. Now again, let's go to I. Here we get 1. So we add it in the sum and we update answer also to 2. Because here now answer was earlier 1 and now sum is 2. So it will become 2. Okay. Now we move forward. Now guys, we get a 0. So once you get a 0, right, it means that the chain of ones are broken. That is, chain of ones are broken. Meaning, now there is, since you got a 0, right, there are no consecutive ones together now because you got a 0. Till here the ones were consecutive. Once you get a 0, it means now obviously adjacent to 1 there is a 0, right? So the chain has been broken. So once your chain has been broken, right, you will reset your sum to be 0 again. That is, if you encounter, if ARR of I becomes 0, if it is 0, your sum will be initialized to 0 again. Otherwise, else, you can just simply add whatever you get into your sum. Obviously, you will get 1 only in this case. And answer you will update every time to be maximum of sum and answer. That's it. This is your logic. Okay. So once you encountered 0, right, you will reset your sum to 0. Now you move forward. You get 1, you add 1 here. You move forward, you get 1, you add it here. You get 1 here, you add it here, and you update your answer to be 3. So you have done the iteration and your answer contains the maximum sum, or you can say the maximum number of consecutive ones. So I hope you understood the approach, guys. It's very easy. Try to dry run with your by yourself, and let's see the code now. Very basic code. I have taken two variables, sum as 0, answer as 0. We will iterate on every element. If the element is 0, I will just initialize sum to 0 again. Otherwise, just add whatever element is in the sum and take maximum to update the answer, and at last return the answer. Okay. So time complexity, since we are doing a single traversal, right, it's O of n, and space is constant because we are not using any extra data structure, we are just using variables. So I hope you understood the problem and the approach. If you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Bye.